Hi, I'm Al Fitzgerald, and today what I want to talk about is what does it take for a professional, such as perhaps a physician or a financial planner, a CPA, maybe even a real estate agent, what does it really take to acquire a new patient or client? In this kind of a situation where someone wants to use your services, it's a very, very important decision. It's not like just going out and buying a can of soda. It's something where they're going to trust their life with you, they're going to trust their health, they're going to trust their retirement income. It's a very important decision. So how does this process really work, and why is it many times that your websites, which you may have spent a very great deal of money developing, why is it that your websites are relatively ineffective in bringing in those patients and clients that you want? Well, here's what it all comes down to. It all comes down to art. A-R-T. Art. And if you remember art, you're going to remember everything I'm going to be talking about today. What does the A stand for? Well, A stands for about. How does it go when somebody's really looking for a professional that they want to hire? Well, essentially, they want to know some of the basics about you. They want to know about you. What degree perhaps you have, what you specialize in. If a woman's pregnant, she wants to know if you're an OBGYN. If you're a real estate agent, perhaps they want to know if you are in the particular area or you specialize in a particular neighborhood where their house is located. So they want to know some of the basic things about you, where you're physically located, what is your phone number, what are your credentials. But that's not enough, because when you think about it, when somebody goes to Google and they type in perhaps searching for a physician, or they type in looking for financial planners, there are dozens of websites. There's tons of people, other great professionals like you, and their websites pop up. And people go from one website to another to another. Think of this like dating. When somebody first goes to Google and then they just click on a website, it's like a blind date. And before they select you as their professional, it's like a marriage proposal. How many people propose on a blind date? It never happens. Think about the blind date. You go on a blind date, the very first date. What is the purpose of it? Gee, let me understand a little bit about you. Where are you from? How old are you? What are your interests? Do we have anything in common at all? Then you go on multiple dates, and eventually, after perhaps a long time, a relationship develops and you get the marriage proposal. It works exactly the same when you're trying to get a professional, when you're a professional and you're trying to get new clients or patients. What websites are really, really good at is the about part. Your website is probably dynamited about telling people about you. Your address, your phone number, your credentials. Maybe you even have one of those kind of stiff pictures that a professional photographer takes that look like they kind of come out of a high school or college type of yearbook. Very stiff and not very smiley, but everybody's got those on their website. But to close and to really get a new client or patient, you have to go through A, R, and T. And what is R? It's really relationship. Nobody really is going to want you to be representing them. They don't want you to be their physician. They don't want you to be their financial planner if they don't feel they have some type of a relationship with you. That relationship is a connection. They really want to feel they have a connection with you, or they're not going to call your office and say, hey, I want to come in and schedule an appointment. I want to see you. I want you to manage my money. I want you to manage my health. I want you to help me sell my house. I want you to help me buy a new house perhaps. You have to have that relationship. And relationship is like a connection. And this is what websites are very poor at doing. It is possible, absolutely possible, to establish a relationship with someone you've never met. Think about this. I really want you to think about this for a second. Is there anyone that you feel you have a relationship with? Did you kind of know their personality? You kind of know if they're a nice person or not, if they're empathic, if they were helping people. Somebody you've never met. I bet you there are. Lots of those people. Perhaps it's Oprah Winfrey. How about Jay Leno? There's probably a ton of people on talk shows, perhaps someone who is Katie Couric on the news, somebody who from years of watching them, from seeing videos about them, from hearing them talk, from learning about them, you've actually developed a relationship with these people, even though you've never met them. And this is what email marketing, which is what I'm going to talk about, is brilliant at doing. When somebody goes to your website, they're kicking the tire. It's the blind date. If they feel there's any type of a fit, because that really is what this is about. Is there a basic fit? If there is, we want them to sign up to get emails from you. We want to make a special offer, a download of some kind of a report, something special. Well, they will give you their email address. At that point, we start the romance. We keep mailing them great emails. Some have tips, some have suggestions, and over time they see you, we create videos, and we develop the relationship. But that isn't enough either to get someone to really pick up the phone and make an appointment and come in and to develop that person as a client or a patient. Because the last thing you need to do in ART is you have to develop trust. Now, what is trust? Well, trust really is, do they perceive that you're competent? Will you squander their hard-earned money? Will you perhaps write a prescription for the wrong drug? Will you make their situation worse than it currently is? People want to be able to trust you. This is why so many people who you have as clients and patients come to you from referrals, because a friend, a neighbor, a relative who has already been, you're already their professional, they recommend you. And these people trust their friend who recommends you. That's why word-of-mouth recommendations are so incredibly effective. We can develop that trust through our email marketing campaigns. We can set you up as an expert. And there really are two great ways of establishing trust through our email marketing campaigns. One is to establish you as an expert. We can establish you as an expert because if you're sending out a continual stream of information and people read these, or perhaps it's a video, and people say, wow, that's clever, I didn't know that, that's really, really valuable. It establishes you as an expert. The second way we do this is with testimonials. Because what is a testimonial? Well, it is somebody coming on the video, it's saying, I use this person, they did a fantastic job for me, I lost weight by going to this diet doctor, they helped me overcome my anxiety by going to perhaps this psychiatrist or psychologist, they sold my house in 2 weeks and got top dollar for it. It's all these testimonials. Testimonials are a great way of establishing trust. When you have a website, it really is very difficult, if not impossible, to establish relationship and trust with people. But through an ongoing stream of email marketing messages, over time, what we're able to do is get people to know you, to feel they have a connection with you, to feel that you're an expert, to show them some testimonials. Eventually, people say, wow, this person is the kind of person I've been looking for. And over time, perhaps it's 4 weeks or 8 weeks, it rarely takes more than about 12 weeks before what we find is that all of these people who have signed up for your email marketing campaign because you offered them a download of a report or something, all of a sudden now these people are getting your emails over time. They start realizing that you're the person that they really want to use. They want your services. They know that there's a fit from your website and from the email marketing campaign. We're able to establish both a relationship and a trust. And between A, R, and T, you are able to get an ongoing, steady stream of new patients and clients, which really that's what it's all about. I'm Al Fitzgerald. If you're interested, give me a call below. The number is listed right below this screen.